Welcome.
Hello.
Redline Anytime.
Yeah, baby.
Episode 25.
Another steep one, man. Yeah, halfway point now.
Yeah.
That's it.
There are
Quarter of a century.
3 legs on our tail today, as you can see. We are man down. It's a busy day welding.
Welding.
He's a busy day welding tomorrow too.
Has he?
You know what that is?
Because he's a
job.
welder. He's a welder.
Well done.
Yeah, man.
Lieutenant Dan, hopefully we'll be back with us next week. Mind you, we did have like quite a big party at the weekend. Well, so bless him. So
Yeah.
Probably
Yeah,
pull over the wow, get some sleep.
Not recovered yet, mate. It's Friday tomorrow.
It should be quite a speedy show this week. It
I
was
think
quite a
so,
speedy show
yeah.
last week.
Last
Seeing as we've
week
not got
was
like,
a rapid one.
because of Lieutenant Dan not being here with no Sportsdesk.
Sportsdesk.
And we've no celebrity deathmatch.
Nope. No, because we didn't even think of the time.
Mainly because we didn't come up with one.
No.
We'll blame that.
We'll try and come up with one for next week.
Yeah, some F1 stuff. It's been quite a quiet week, to be fair.
Yeah,
UCI stuff to talk about, some mountain biking stuff. Going to be doing that Lonard thing as well. Hopefully, we'll actually have an unboxing.
Hopefully,
on our
yes.
watch.
Stay tuned.
Hopefully, in the next week or two,
Some
more
stuff. Yeah.
we're going to have a crack at astrology again. We're going to have a lawn patrol update. We haven't had a lawn
We haven't
patrol
had a lawn
update for a
patrol,
while.
no.
Yeah.
I mean, usually we can look out and we can see it.
You can just
It's
take a
dark
quick
already.
glance.
It's dark.
And the blinds are shut as well. So
Yeah.
Because it's dark.
that'll probably help. Atlas Forge stuff to talk about. Winter, yay. And yeah, so let's get into it.
It's good.
Why isn't it working? We'll get this one done straight away.
Well, as far as I'm concerned, I'm working.
I'm working.
As things working too.
My bike's still working, but it's
Status is from last week. Unchanged.
Yeah.
Unchanged.
no,
Everything is
no
working.
way about bike.
It's probably the longest period of time that we've actually all been, both us and the bikes.
It's because my bike's not here.
However, your dad's bought a mountain
He
bike.
has. I have just been speaking to him. And he was like, yeah, basically, he's having full-on second thoughts. He was like, I should have got a remedy, and I was like, why? Are you gay? And he was like, well,
the remedy will be easier to pedal around.
that's what I said, and I was like, he was like,
however, the slash will be
yeah.
so much more fun than
Exactly. That's what I said to him. That's what I said to him.
The Trek.
He's got a
Yeah, he was like, I should have got a remedy because as you say, you can pedal it better because it's like 150, 160 on the bar.
Yeah.
And I was just like, yeah, but you can make a 174 stiff it, but you can't add travel to a 150.
That's true.
And whether you've got more travel or not, it's like you're going to restrict yourself to a trail bike for trails, rather than having an all-rounder which can go down.
Yeah, but to be fair, right, I see where you're coming from. However, one of the times me and Dad went to Bike Park Wales, we went through this whole period of like nothing handles like a rental. Right? So we stopped taking our own bikes. It was like, it's genius. Like, just get a rental, right, and go send it around Bike Park Wales all day, like with zero fucks. Do you know what I mean? It's absolutely brilliant.
It's a bit like a rental car.
Right, exactly. Nothing handles like a rental, does it? So it's the same on mountain bikes, right? So, and I ended up renting a Remedy 9.9 29.
Slash, didn't he?
He had a slash, him and no last slashes. Which turned out to be, at the time, like probably a little bit too much bike for Bike Park. Well, it was a lot different.
At the time,
but the Remedy, the 29 Remedy that I had, was all the fun. Took it down Dion, sent it down into the Dragon, did all the like runs on it. Literally like rode the shit out of it, getting back to it at the end of the day like that. They give it you, and they're like, okay, so what are you thinking of riding today? You go like, oh, I don't know.
Few blues and reds.
Probably just, a few blues and some reds. Well, you're not allowed to take these on the black roads because of this, that, the other, and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, yo. First thing we did, me and Dad were like, right, so first thing we're going to ride, Noel just choked up and we went, black runs. And we're like that. Yeah, go on then. So we just went straight at the top, threw it down Die Hard, which had these huge tabletops at the start of it back then. And one of them was just like, it was a gap to land in rather than just like a table. I just had nowhere near enough speed. But actually, skin of the teeth managed to not go over the bars. And then it was like, oh no, we'll run it throwing it and just like off we went. So remedies.
I think
Loads of
what his
fun,
issue
mate.
is he's thinking like that. And what I said to him was,
He's thinking the same reason I'm thinking like 170 Allerton and just get rid of me e-bike and
no, because he's there going. And what I said to him is like, right, are you second guessing yourself based upon what you know or what you think? And his answer was what I think, and I was like, and how long has it been since you've been on a bike? How long has it been since you've been to Landegler? 10 plus years. You don't know what's at Landegler anymore.
but it's still mainly a pedal.
Yeah,
would be easier on a road.
Absolutely, but then you go for like the black trails.
But I mean, how often is he going to go and ride it around Landegler? He's much more likely to jump on like the once a fortnight, monthly, like Poon down
Is the Trekker downhill rig or is it just
Slash is like
it's a long travel. It's an enduro rig. It's got 164, 170 rear. Right. So it's not a downhill rig with like 200.
Well, it's a Slash, isn't it? So it's that's why it's called Slash. It sits between the enduro rig and the downhill rig.
It's the midway point when you don't want the big forks, but you want something you can use everywhere.
Cool. Yeah.
Well, yeah. So all bikes work.
Remedy's more like a trail / enduro, and it's loads of fun. Even 29. I took it back and had a little ding in one of the rims and they tried charging me for it. And dude, it's a mountain bike. It's a mountain bike.
You don't want you don't want dinks on your rims. Get rid of the rocks.
Basically, that's just a stitch up.
I popped the tyre. Oh god.
I popped many during the day. I just felt like I was just constantly taking it back.
Another tyre.
Yeah, good times. So that'll be funny. Your old man on a mountain bike. I said to him the other day, it's like his old man's got a mountain bike. Back to the old days, it's going to be injuries.
A lot of injuries, yeah.
Week in, week out, just like send it Steelers back on the trail.
What did I say?
Yeah, and it was like that's that whole nightmare. Just coming back from a big one, it's like
well, it's like I'll go off, my dad will chase me, and you'll go bloody hell, and you'll have to follow behind.
No, that's definitely.
Because my dad will have something to prove.
You know you will.
You'll take off after me.
Yeah,
Your dad will follow you. That's how that's going to go.
Of course it will.
So yeah, all bikes working, more bikes being added to the
people.
More people. Honestly, it's like when you start a mountain biking. It's like you need balance. You need like sensible people and like crazy people. We've now got more crazy people. But you might be sensible now. I don't know. I like to think I'm more sensible.
He's got to catch up. You know what I mean? He's got a lot of catching up to do. So. And
but what he lacks in being match fit, he'll more than make up for in just like stupid.
That's what I mean. It won't be, exactly. It won't be match fit, but
that's the word. Recklessness.
I can make that. You go way too far.
So what you must have thought about it. What's your like your running in process? Where are you going to take him first? I mean, obviously.
I told him Stiniog. He's never been Stiniog.
Sure, you get back to
well, no, we can go Degler on his bloody own, can't he? Because like Degler's a pedal, and like me and you with the e-bikes, and he'll be on an analog bike. So it's like realistically at the end of the day, don't leave him there behind. Eventually we'll end up getting with the e-bikes. But like my whole thing is like, right, so me and him can like have a level sort of playing field where fitness doesn't really come in. It's kind of technique in terms of like you don't have to pedal, you don't have to do any sort of that. It's just like you get taken up to the top, and then you go down, and you get taken up to the top, and you go down. It's like that's just pure technique. Everything you do on the way down, bit of fitness, but like pure technique. So I reckon Stiniog, and then when he.
So I don't think like Bike Park Wales first. He'll have like home court comfort from Bike Park Wales. I know it's nothing like it was. But there's
he earned Bike Park Wales. You know what I mean? We go where I want to go first. I want to go Stiniog because we haven't been Stiniog in ages.
He's got it right, mate.
I want to take.
He wants to go.
I want to take my brand new set-up bike to Stiniog, and then we can go Dovey, and then when he's earned himself a right to go Bike Park Wales, we'll go Bike Park Wales.
Right to go to Bike Park Wales.
Because like we'll do.
He's already probably been Bike Park Wales. Way more maybe.
I've been once, but it's
you're a junior in terms of like
Bike Park, exactly. But like, how many times has he
I look forward to hearing the stories of how many times he comes off in a day.
Oh, we'll be full showing off.
Yeah, it's me. Oh, it's me.
Yeah,
So,
we're all
yeah.
I look forward to them.
So we got something to prove. It's like,
We'll be able to, you know, like, you sort of sit, you stand there with other dads, this would be like fully weird, but you stand there with other dads like that, oh yeah, he just goes now, immediately. Like, normally you're talking about different kids, do you know what I mean? We're like, how weird is this, like that, like, we're both slower than our kid, like that, what's going on there?
Oh, okay.
It'd be like gay dads and dads on the other. How funny is that one up? He's both
Squeeze
monsters.
it, yes.
Yeah, I'm just gonna look at
How badly we can embarrass him on the other.
I won't be embarrassed.
This is I'm quite looking forward to that.
Yeah, it'll be good.
Yeah.
So,
Okay, so
Especially when you go, Dad.
they'll be like, oh,
Dads!
Dads.
with a Z.
So like everything is working, we're still working. We have the longest running everything working like run
For now.
history is
For now.
probably.
Well,
He's going to speak
Yeah.
too soon.
Get the bike back next week, it'll break. You know what I mean?
Speak too
Lots of
soon.
failures going.
But yeah,
Do you know what? I'm going to change the tyre on me downhill bike.
While
I'm
we're
just
not
going
on
to get
it.
it done
I
before.
thought you said that weeks ago.
Yeah, but I've been busy.
he said that when before we broke his ribs. And then
Yeah.
broke
No,
it.
I've only just like I've actually got the tyres now.
No,
I've sold the
I
tyres
know.
for
Just pull them on and go for a ride or something.
You got 2 tyres. You got 2 tyres.
There you
Next time, first round. So yeah, I think we're going to just get that done, and then I'll probably be like, right, so I'm going to go right now.
Yeah.
I'm just speaking to Spider anyway, so they're looking at doing like mid-weekends as well, just keeping an eye on the weather and just going. So I've got a week off. So.
The thing is, if you go like a Friday or something, I can go up. I think it's all about.
Well, no, we'll probably be like.
We'll go up on a Thursday, won't we?
We'll probably be thinking about coming back when you're finishing work, because I will be there.
Because you'll be tired and all.
Basically, yeah. But not at work, so.
Well, that's it. That's
So
it.
we might be tired and all, but we're mountain.
They keep going riding midweek. You?
No, because I've got a job.
Speaking of getting a job, how's that working out first week in the new
In your house or not?
The work is, I've honestly been bored on my head.
Right.
It's just like a load of induction on health and safety. I've got Mike tomorrow, who is the most enthusiastic health and safety person in the entire world. It's like, Archive? You think Archive's a bloody problem? You've never had Archive in your life?
That's the only way you can approach health and safety.
Yeah.
It's really, I love it.
And it's like,
Like,
he asks you a question. He asks you a question, and it's every question you would have to assume it's a trick question, because it's like, anybody ever had Archive? You know, like a few people put their hands up and like, oh, have you? Yeah. No, you bloody haven't. You don't even know what archive is. What is it? Explain it to me. Oh, it's when you get a bit dodgy vision when you look at like TV. Like, no, it's not. It's when your eyes get gunked up and burned, so you end up having sealed eyes. None of you've ever had it before. I've had it many times.
That was me thinking it was like an agreement in Scottish. Like,
He's a good laugher. But yeah, I had the first day of workshop today, battered me. Honestly, I've got like a proper sore palm here, just like from the pad from swinging a hammer at this.
Getting up at 6 o'clock in the morning is no fun though.
No, well, I get up at 6 and then get out of bed at like 5 to 7. Spend the next 50 minutes rushing around.
My alarm goes off at 6 and that's it. I'm out of bed.
No,
As soon as it goes
I've got
off.
about an hour's worth of alarms. Honestly. And then I take, and then my last one's at like 6:56 and I turn it off and go, and then get up.
See, this is that transition from
Waking up at 8 o'clock.
Man.
There's the difference between waking up at 8 o'clock to be in work for 10 and waking up at 6 o'clock to be in work for 8:30.
Yeah. But you see, like, the realisation will come now is that if you just set one alarm and get up on that, right, you can get up at 7 o'clock, right, and have a whole extra hour's sleep rather than being annoyed for an hour with
but like the issue then is, I'll be sleeping and then I am late.
Yeah.
Well,
And you don't want to be late to come late. Honestly, I was a minute late to one lesson, and I only came because just purely because the door wouldn't open. Come in, why are you late? Couldn't open the door, not bothered.
Sounds like a you problem.
Yeah, it was exactly. So it's like 7 hours worth of alarm. So that at least I'm awake by 6:30, and if I feel okay to get up at 6:30, I will. If not, I won't.
Yeah, I can't do that way. I've got to be like alarm off, up. That's it. I can't do that whole like snoozing and stuff.
I'm awake from 6 o'clock, but I'm just like.
Scrolling.
No, not even that. Just staring at like the sun coming through the curtains. Just like, I don't want to do this today.
But other than that, everything else about it, peachy.
Yes.
Finally got my boots and overalls today, which means I had to take 2 sets of boots and 2 sets of overalls home.
Oh, I bet you were absolutely made up about that, weren't you?
Human, mate. I had a pair of boots in my bag, and my boots on, overalls wrapped around my waist, overalls in my bag, and my shoes in my bag. Yeah, I was
like a mule, PPE mule.
yeah, sweating as well because I had a coat and the jacket as well. Didn't have the coat on, I had it wrapped.
2 cuffs, 2 overalls, 2 pairs of boots, plus a pair of traps. It's all over it.
Yeah, super bad.
Right, so now I can cross off first week of work as well, check that out.
Speaking of another job, Adrian Newey.
Oh yeah, speaking of jobs, well we're going to keep it on like mountain biking.
We just switched it up.
We're still over the top there.
Working.
We just speared off, but we covered off first week of work, so I'll just let that run, you know what I mean? So we talked about Loic Bruni last week.
Last week we did,
He was now champion-elect, I believe. One race left.
So he who won? One of the French blokes won Ludenville, came first, like stomped it as well, like got like he set a time and he was 5 seconds faster than the bloke who was originally first, and then nobody got past him.
Really?
Yeah, people got close, and it was one of them where it's like you look at it and it's like 3 seconds behind.
It's a bit like Adam Thingy at the start of Hardline, where he was out of position, wasn't he? Right, so set a time at the start and sat there all day on the opposite.
Well, he set the time, and then like you see someone coming down, and you're like through the entire thing, red split, 3 seconds back to second place, and you're like, what? So like that's how far ahead he was. He was
so he must have been out of position, must have had like a bad quali or something, and ended up going
no, I think there was 15 riders after him, something like that, maybe like 10 riders, and everyone just kept going. And then Loic was the last one, most of them had a massive spill. Ronan came 5th with a mid-lap sit down. Loads of them did though, you know what I mean? Because it was just horrible. So
I've seen quite a lot of footage of it. It looked pretty bad.
And then Loic, he did really well. Did a triple. He was flying. He was up in the first split. Kind of up in the second one. He was like, And then the third and final one, he had a little bit of a sit down. And you've seen the clip where he's just there with his head in his hands, gets up, gets on his bike, comes down. You can see him having his head down, giving people high fives as he rolls around. Goes to the interview and it's like, congratulations, Loic, you've won the overall title. He's like, what? I didn't even know. Like, really? He's like, covered in mud, massive mud patch. He's like, give me a hug. And then the girl's just like looking at him, covered in mud herself. And he's like, I had no idea he'd won.
So rather than it looks like someone else has lost it.
Yeah.
So he goes into the last round.
He's already won though.
So he can manual down the whole course.
He could do a full on like enjoyment run now. He has won the overall title.
He can slope style his way down.
Pretty much, fourth win in the UCI now. So
well done.
congratulations,
Friend of the show.
Friend of the show, I was just about to say.
Fox.
Like and subscribe.
Yes.
Yeah.
And no comments again. Come on.
So, last race of the season, not this weekend, next weekend, Monson.
No, it's not next weekend. It's the 6th of October.
Oh, is it? So it's like a whole month away.
Yeah, it's like 3 weeks.
Yeah,
starting next month, 4th and 6th that weekend. So,
Bristol, but you've got to fancy the locals for that as well, haven't you? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, well, Jackson won.
Jackson Goldstone.
But he's out this season because he almost killed himself at Tassie. Like broke his leg, he tore his ACL, so
he's back on the bike, though.
He's been back on the bike for a while, but he's not like up to scratch. You know what I mean? I think he'll be back next season, but not this one. Definitely not this one.
And closely following that, obviously Rampage on the 10th and the 12th, so that'll be a belter week of mountain biking, like that. Monson and one weekend.
Rampage
next week, things like that. We've just discussed it again. There's not been, so there was like a load of rumours around a third hardline, and Ratboy kind of alluded to it in a couple of interviews as well. And there's been nothing else since. No one's talked about it. There's been no hints. There's been no.
I reckon it's going to be a thing.
No, I reckon it's
purely just because of the fact that like this whole UCI Loop thing has been ruined.
Yeah.
Honestly, you look at like I was looking at one of the highlights videos for Ludenville. All the top comments are fuming because it's like lower the prices and we'll make more money because more people will pay for it, and it's like nobody's watching it. Everyone's watching highlights and dodgy streaming it allegedly. So like, I reckon it won't be. It won't be
ways of watching.
I don't reckon it'll be 25. I reckon they'll come out with it 26.
Like a full season to compete with UCI.
No, I don't.
It's a different kind of ride.
Yeah, I reckon either they'll continue with the one new one every year like they did Tasmanian this year, and then they'll do whatever comes next year, and then one after. But I reckon you're alright with like there will be a series around Hardline. It'll be like Red Bull Hardline, the series. You know what I mean? Round one, round two.
It'll be a series off as well then, because you've got like Crankworks, which has got all of the disciplines. Then you've got like Rampage as well, which is like blue ribbon event one off. Do you know what I mean?
It won't though.
If Hardline becomes, even if it becomes like a 4 or 5 race season, because of the jeopardy of riding Hardline, I think you're going to struggle to ride 2 series, you know what I mean? And all the money really is in the UCI in it, so far as being a rider's concerned. Like, you know, the bike manufacturers, they win on Sunday, sell on Monday, you know what I mean? So I don't, and that's more accessible, even though it is like bonkers. It's less bonkers than Hardline. It's more relevant to the people that go and buy bikes.
It's like the Olympics, isn't it? It's, you know what I mean. It's like that is the sport. That's where you know what I mean. You think of downhill, you think of mountain bike racing. You think of UCI.
Yeah.
That's, you know what I mean. Like,
the pinnacle.
Yeah, exactly. That's where it is. Red Bull Hardlines. It's like it's a cool sort of like race. It's not one of those things where it's like. That's the race, that's the hardcore race, you know what I mean? It's like, that's the race, and that's the test. But I reckon, honestly, if you do it, I reckon everyone's going to ditch Crankworks and UCI.
Yeah, honestly, I think Crankworks will be the one to suffer. I think that people will. That
does seem like it's the lesser one.
Because Crankworks does seem to be on the decline. So far as
less
like,
people, like the field this year has been so small.
After all the aggro they had last year with like riding conditions and stuff like that, and
then
the whole strike thing.
And then the welfare thing as well.
Exactly. That's what I mean. Like I can see that being, you know, if Red Bull play the cards right and sort of really push the Rampage thing, the Hardline thing. It's almost like there's not room for them all.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I think the UCI will stay because that's like you ride for Specialized, you're racing a lot.
Exactly,
the UCI racing.
Exactly. It's like the Tour de France.
You can only have so many big events, can't you? One of them or two of them are going to fall off.
Oh yeah,
because they can't compete.
Red Bull Hardline's like. I want to ride Red Bull Hardline. My team doesn't. I want
your
to
team
ride.
probably don't want you to ride
because you go into serious danger.
Because how much danger it puts. Because like I say, you know, it's like winning the constructors in F1. It's like that's the one that pays them the money. That's, you know what I mean. The drivers' championship. It seems like
it's a personal thing.
All of the commercial sort of aspects are all attached to the construction championship, the car cycles on Monday, blah blah blah. It'll be the same amount of money, you know what I mean?
For sure.
It's the same with the UCI Enduro series as well, isn't it, Judd? And all of that kind of stuff. So they are the flagship ones that get the global audiences that expose their brands to everyday people that look at them and go, well, if I rode one of them, maybe I could do that. And
that's right.
And that, I've fully held my hands up to getting suckered into that on numerous occasions, like, especially in specialised shops.
Exactly.
Just because you've got the goods, mate, doesn't mean you can
deliver. Honestly, right, it's a bit like the first time you put body armour and a full face helmet on, you go, oh my god, I'm indestructible. So you're like, oh my god, I am amazing.
I am Dan
You
Hampton.
throw your leg over your specialised comp, Evo, carbon, and then you pad up and you're just like, oh my god, I am literally like whoever you want. It's a bit like that. You know the whole Nike thing, I am Tiger Woods, I am Tiger Woods. It's like, I am Dan Adam.
Yeah.
And I've sat at the top of the doggy like that, padded up, helmet on you like that. You get like you down the ring, you're like that. For a split second, you're like,
sick me.
I am.
Yeah. And then you jump in and go,
And then you drop in like that.
Yeah.
I hate this bike, it don't work.
Yeah, as you said, it's like Bruni may have won the contenders, but overall, Specialized won UCI.
Yeah,
not Lower Bruni,
yeah.
Specialized won UCI. That's where the sales will go.
Yeah.
And like Ronan Dunn won Tasmania.
Yes.
That Andre didn't win. Ronan Dunn did.
won.
That's the difference between it. It's a personal thing. I want to go and ride that to prove myself. My team needs me to go and ride that because that's what my team supports. You know what I mean?
And it's the big brands, isn't it? It's like no one's bigger than the brand except when the personality on the bike is riding for a smaller or more niche brand. Like Bernard Kerr's probably the celebrity as opposed to Pivot, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, he is Pivot.
I mean, like, obviously Atherton's been an exception, but because formerly riding for GT and stuff like that, they were still the face, do you know what I mean? Although GT is only like a huge, massive history across all disciplines of biking and cycling. That's probably the only one where it's a bit like Valentino Rossi is always, no matter who he drives for or rides for, it's always going to be Valley first.
Yeah, absolutely.
Who then rides for? So
he's the personality, isn't he? He's got
it's not like Ferrari and it's like, oh, who are the drivers? Do you know what I mean? Or like, who was it who drives for McLaren now? It's like, it's kind of the other way around. So there are occasionally, and it's cool that that's starting to happen where like mountain bikers are now starting to transcend massive brands, and it's like.
Basically saying
rather than going, this is what I can give you. It's like, what are you going to give me?
Like John Tomac,
I don't need
in
you.
the old days, like it was like, oh my god, he's got tyres named after him. Do you know what I mean? And like 25, 30 years ago, he's like, John Tomac tyres, John Tomac world champion. I'm definitely buying John Tomac.
And now I've got his name on it.
Like, yeah, exactly. You know, but they are the exception. But like I say, I probably couldn't tell you who most of the riders ride for. If you just like start shouting out riding, I'd be like, no idea. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, it's good that it's starting to go that way. But I think
kind of
Specialized,
Specialized
are like no one's bigger than the brand. Do you know what I mean?
Everyone knows Specialized.
Specialized is huge.
Specialized is like the Ferrari of mountain biking in terms of like brand position and global.
And they're a class bike, aren't they?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Go out to do it. And I honestly, I like I say, you go to a Specialized shop, big up Specialized shop.
Friends of the show
in Chester. I bought many bikes there, taking many people to buy bikes. That's much money. But however, you do buy into it. Do you know what I mean? You definitely do.
That's right.
Specialised. You know what I mean? And they just work, right? You don't have to muck about with them out of the shop. You go through all the procedure, you like blah blah blah, get the right one, this, that, the other, you know, do the whole like seat bars reach thing. And then from the minute you get on it, most people are like, right, I've just got this new bike, sound, I'm going to put new bars on it, I'm going to do this, you're like, well, I've got shafts, right? and literally just, and when stuff broke, I just replaced it with what had broke because that particular combination of components
works well together.
Like that, that's how it's meant to ride, you know what I mean? Like that.
It was like what we were saying last week about this too.
Exactly the same thing, mate. Yeah. Alright, cool. So mountain biking done. Why isn't it working? Done. Everything's working. Let's go back to UCI done. I've already got a line through that. Adrian Newey.
Yes. Back on the race.
Hang my head in
well, no, you can't. I mean,
he's claiming 50%.
No, it's more. He got more than 50% right on what you said. It's only the Newey going to Aston Martin.
It was the team, like the nature of the transfer, being a shareholder.
Exactly.
Part of the actual team.
Yeah.
And you know, there's been in the background they've been recruiting lots of people like senior tech. What's his name? There's Enrico. No.
You said it before.
I told you before. Can't remember his name now. He was like chassis guy at Ferrari. I think we mentioned in news like months ago that he resigned.
That's right.
Walked out somewhere near the beginning of the season. Now we know why he's turned to Ferrari. They've also headhunted and recruited the former head of powertrain engineering from Mercedes AMG, so engineering gearbox man, senior engineering gearbox man, also now on the team at Aston Martin, and Adrian Newey. So we were joking about it before. I want to know how the conversation went, because Adrian Newey had a little chat with Fernando Alonso at the Monaco historic F1 weekend not so long ago. And it must have been like that. Listen, I'm thinking, I need an agreement with you that if I come here, you're not going to go somewhere else.
That's right.
Because honestly, I can't do it with you. Do you know what I mean?
Like I said before, all of Fernando's experience and the cars he's had his arse in, and the amount of driving that he's done, his experience with Newey building a car, is going to be immense.
Honestly,
and we were saying
Fernando,
how balls deep Aston Martin are going.
Fernando will be like that. I'm told you I was going to win another world championship. Do you know what I mean? And I reckon he's definitely going to win either 26 and 27 or 27.
Like you say, they are going big, and we were saying about Max Verstappen maybe joining them in 2026.
Well, Mike, there was a lot of press this week from Mike Kraft, who's team principal at Aston Martin, who was just commented saying, "Hey, the door's always open for Max if he wants to come with Adrian."
But you can see it happening the way Aston Martin are going. You can see it happening after next season, going into 26, and Max might come available.
Mercedes didn't happen for a reason, and they trod water for a long time before committing to that. And Toto Wolff saying, I knew it was going to be Kimi Antonelli 5 minutes after Lewis gave me the news he was leaving. It was like, no, you didn't. Right? Because you've said that, it means the exact opposite. Do you know what I mean? It's like you didn't realise till 5 minutes ago.
You were the last person to find out.
But he had to go all the way down the road with Max, but Max wouldn't commit either way until he knew what the Newey deal was going to look like, in which case he can confidently turn down Mercedes, knowing that the guy that gave him his 2-3 championships is going to be working there and there's going to be a seat available. But it does mean Lawrence Stroll's got a difficult, it's not going to be a difficult decision, it's a business decision.
Exactly.
The team principal and all of the people within the team will make that decision. The fact that it's Lawrence Stroll's son will not make any difference to Lawrence Stroll.
I think I said it a few weeks ago.
He might be his dad, but he is.
I said it a few weeks ago about Max, didn't I? Max was to come available. He will be made available in any of the big teams.
Well, now all this has come out. And
if Aston Martin can vacate a seat for Max, they will.
Now all this has come out, it literally is as obvious as the nose on your face that you would never have imagined Lance Stroll as being the one at risk. Out of all the moves that have taken place, where everybody is, and given it's Lance Stroll and his dad's team,
that's right.
You would never have gone, well, if that seat comes available, you know what I mean? It's almost nailed on, so all your other thoughts around it have to be based on the fact that he's going to be there and Fernando's going nowhere either. He's got a multi-year deal he's just re-signed. And forget that Lance seat, that's off the table. There's 19 seats in Formula 1 because that one.
Dad's going to have a serious conversation with his son.
Honestly, Newey, there's no way he's not had the conversation about Lance. Do you know what I mean? It's like Newey's interested in winning constructors' championships, as is the business, as is Lawrence Stroll. And he's not stupid enough to think that his son Lance is going to beat Fernando Alonso. Not in a multi-something. So far over the last couple of years, the win-lose stats.
Dad or
You don't exactly flatter him. He's been beaten by all of his teammates so far. Do you know what I mean? So at some point or another, his dad's going to have to go. Listen, I've bought a car. I've bought Formula 1 team. So you know what I mean. This team has to win, and son, I love you.
You're not winning it.
You don't cut it. This is a business choice. And Max is probably the only driver on the grid that you could go to your son as dad and go, listen. The opportunity to have Max Verstappen and Fernando Alonso
and Adrian
Newey's car.
So
It makes sense, doesn't it?
We'll find you some bullshit jobs.
Better luck next year.
So
It's going to be interesting.
that must have come up. It absolutely must have come up.
Aston Martin are going for it.
Very
Simple as
interesting. I
going
reckon
for
World
it.
Championship 2026, if not 2027. I can't see them not delivering.
No, not at
2026,
all.
to be fair. I really can't.
2027.
And they're going to have a Honda engine, I think, aren't they?
Yeah.
I believe so.
It's going to be good.
Yep, sure is. Baku this weekend. What's his name? New Haas driver, youngster. What's his name? I can't remember anything tonight. I'm completely going out of my mind. He's got full race weekend this weekend. He's been signed for next year, hasn't he? So they're giving him full race weekend rather than just the practice thing. His name's on the tip of my tongue. I can't remember it. Never mind. So
You'll know who he is if you want.
that'll be interesting. See how he does over full race weekend. Last one, he was sat in the seat for Ferrari and dropped in the points, well into the points. Yeah, it was one of the Saudi races.
Okay.
But yeah, did really well because Carlos had appendicitis. Which he had for like 1 week. Following week, he was back in the car. I think he won. Like the following
That
week,
scream got hammered.
He's the only person to have beaten a Red Bull in the first 10 races of the season or something like that. And he did it 1 week after having appendix surgery,
Just keyhole surgery now.
But it's still like, it's still fairly major.
I'm a few of them,
He's
man.
a fit Formula 1 racer.
With a big hole in,
It's not
gaping
keyhole
wound.
surgery, mate. Get on with it.
Let's wait.
Come on, mate.
So, I've got Fernando versus Lance. We'll cross that out because we talked about that one. Sportsdesk.
We don't have one today. Dan? Well, Dan's not
He's
here.
not even here, is he?
So,
There's not much going on. We've got a big UFC coming up this weekend.
oh, is it this weekend?
Yeah, Sean O'Malley versus some bloke.
Some bloke.
Nah, but no, it's a big one.
Ollie Behrman, that's his name.
Haas.
Ollie Behrman,
But yeah, he's Sean O'Malley versus some bloke.
Some bloke.
Yeah,
Fight. They're going to get in the octagon.
That's why
they're going to have a fight.
Sean
UFC
O'Malley's
is bigger this
a
weekend.
champ, so like,
Against some
I
bloke.
mean, it's
just fighting some bloke.
it's a type of fight.
I'm going for the bloke.
Some bloke.
No,
No.
Sean O'Malley's doing it.
Is he?
Yeah, no, Sean O'Malley, mate.
Who knows?
Sean
It's just a
O'Malley.
bloke. Bloke could do something.
No, but he's against Sean O'Malley, so they'll lose. But yeah, big UFC this weekend. Not much else going on. A couple of UFCs coming up later this month and next month.
Cool.
But other than
Right,
that,
in fact, so we completely not talked about Jake Paul and Mike Tyson for a while.
We haven't for a while.
because it's not
It's-
coming, because it's not going on.
It is November, isn't it?
Yeah, but that's November and there's
It's
not
not
been.
that far away now.
Hey,
There
yeah,
hasn't been anything.
But there's nothing in the media
No,
about it.
no,
Mike's not posted nothing,
gone
Jake's
real
not
quiet.
posted anything. I even followed Jake Paul
Oh, no, I don't.
What?
just to keep up with
Where's
it.
the red card?
I don't follow. Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, and there's,
I don't follow Jake. I follow Mike,
and there's not much
obviously,
going
but
on.
not Jake.
Like Jake Paul's more likely to post. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no
Because
good.
he's,
Who's what?
Because he's so-called the problem child, so he's going to cause problems.
Yeah,
You know, like, but yeah,
That's
His
it.
one must be so.
That's a definite red card for him, mate.
You
I
reckon?
can follow Jake Paul.
yeah,
So that.
nothing no sports desk.
Not red.
Right, so no sports test. Dan, after we made a complete hash of sports test this week, obviously.
I know, I performed a decent sport. That's better than he did. Better than he did last week.
Some bloke. It's fine. Some bloke.
Okay, fair enough. Free to that.
Some sort
Let's talk about celebrity deathmatch because we had the Sam Jackson bit.
Yeah, well, we need to
win.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
Samuel,
We need to come up with another. Have we got any names in there?
Is there any point asking for like suggestions?
I don't know.
Let's just ask it.
Just
Give
ask
leave
it,
us
like,
Leave us
suggestions.
some suggestions in the comments.
Some
Like, you know, just please.
You get the way it goes about, just get two people and we'll talk about it.
Yeah,
We'll
talk
learn the
about it.
facts.
We'll
They won't.
figure out who's best.
We'll win, they won't.
Yeah, who's best? That's what we want to know. Who's best? Yeah. I've got AK JPM's customs run underneath it.
6th
and
October.
the comment, winter, yay! 'Cause
We
had a conversation.
We
about
did
it
have a
last week.
conversation. I can't
I hate
stand
winter.
It
I
was
hate
like
winter.
proper moaning about it.
It
like,
just does me in. It just
It's cold, it's
cold.
miserable,
It's,
it's
like, the
damp.
last few days have been grim.
Yeah.
I mean, grim. It's been non-stop raining and wind, and that's what I think we're going for, a long, cold winter, man. And it's going to just get some shit out of you.
But in stark contrast, he was like having a bit of a moan about winter. I was like, nah, do you know what? As much as like I love sunny, dry, dusty trails, you know what I mean?
No, I'm not even. I know what you're going to say. I'm not with you at all.
I also like there's nothing like
nothing
there's
like a
nothing
wet
like
muddy
whipping through Landegler at night with a big light on your head. It's like
Oh, absolutely.
even if you
You
just
do
like
that in the hot.
But not in the fucking
it
winter.
never gets proper dark in the summer. You
You can't have it 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock.
It does get like
That's
dark
right,
and
yeah.
it's a crash, but
Just
You know what I mean?
instead of go at 4 o'clock when it's pitch black
Got like 8.
in the winter. Do you know what I mean? 4:30.
Mate, I get home and it'll be
It's
dark.
horrible.
It's a Bible.
It's days of going like that. There's
Yeah.
nothing to them.
Yeah, but then you get like
Get up at 6
you
o'clock
get
in
like
the morning.
super
Pitch black.
grippy
Wet,
trails that are like
Yeah,
a
well,
little bit damp that you can.
Well, from work I come around.
And you know W rides better in the wet than it does in the
It
dry.
makes it rain in the
I
summer, I
prefer
feel
me.
like.
You know me, I'd always
I'm
prefer
still
it
spinning out the
dry.
same.
Yeah.
I prefer a bit of dry. But nah.
I wouldn't say I prefer
Winter.
one or the other. I just see like the
Do you like winter?
the fun.
Let us know
Leave
in
a
the
comment.
comments.
Do you like winter? Let us
It's a bit
know.
like winter, snow. Like
Summer
that.
all day
I
long for
like
me.
it. It's a bit like
Nah, see, I feel
you
like.
got like balmy night as well.
No.
No, see, I'm
Yeah.
into stuff like that because that's winter
Then-
stuff.
then-
Loggy, you get
Yeah.
like the
Oh,
loggy.
Yeah,
you know what I
yeah,
mean?
but then you're going towards Christmas.
And then it gets
And
really
you go,
cold.
Christmas? No!
And then like the winter
Christmas
stuff.
tree can just go like Dover,
Yeah.
do you know what I mean?
And then the winter stuff's done after Christmas, and you sat there with like 4 or 5 months of more cold, and it's like all the good winter
Yeah.
stuff is out
We've
of the way.
had no summer. We've
Yeah.
had no summer. We've had a shocking
So
summer.
like the weeks after we moved, didn't it?
That
The weeks
one
leading
day,
up to it,
that
and then
one
the weeks
day.
after it was absolutely like Mediterranean, mate.
No, it was
The week when I was here on my own.
Yeah. So Silverstone was nice. Honestly, it was like,
We know,
I think
we
we
will.
were. I think we got quite a good summer.
Well, yeah, it was alright.
It's like
It was alright.
How many days have we got wet actually riding bikes? Not many.
Not many. I've been
Very-
wet.
very few, yeah.
It's been a shit summer.
Yeah, no, in terms of
And
summer,
we're going to move into a real shit winter.
Yeah. And then it'll be a shit summer.
And it's going to be a long shit winter.
You are the font of optimism. It's almost like I'm determined for it to be a shit. winter.
No, it's not. I just don't look forward to them.
Full of optimism.
I don't look forward to them.
So winter is
I'm
worth it?
like, no.
I
I like the
You
long
can't
nights.
have like
No, right, so, but if you're doing like summer activities where you want to be hot, like for me, mountain biking, I want to be in shorts and a t-shirt. Fuck the clothing. I don't want to be wearing
It's like a fair weather golfer, isn't
Yeah.
it? Like that. Yeah, I don't really
Oh,
want
no,
to
but then, like, say for example, I'm quite.
Honestly, you cut your chops when the weather and conditions are bad. If you can learn to ride like when it's like horrible and like we'll figure out where the grip is. When the summer comes, it's like oh.
Absolutely, but I'll just ride in the summer.
It's more enjoyable in the
Go
summer.
skiing in the winter.
You like that? You
We
finish
decided it was going to be BMX in the winter, like during because like indoor
Indoors,
walls,
yeah.
work out.
Until you got hair.
Until I realised I was too old to be riding. Like, yeah.
Right, even though we were indoors, it was still cold.
Honestly, yeah, but like how
It
many
was
times
frozen.
you come out, it's Baltic and you're soaking wet, and you've been on the pump track for
And then you
hours,
wake
like,
up the next day with the cold.
with flu.
Because you've been in like a -2 warehouse
That happened
with
a
the
lot.
top off,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
you're like, what, roasted me? Come out with your shirt over your shoulder.
Steaming, like.
Yeah.
You go mountain biking when it's absolutely
Yeah, well,
horrendous.
well, you
you
get all-
finish your ride and you go back to the van and you're like,
Scabbing me cold!
No, like you got.
it's
you
like,
got-
yeah,
you
it's
got-
good ride that.
You
But
got all
it's
the
like,
like, you just like get
and the
changed
sun is
in.
like that, you finish it like that,
Well, see,
yes.
I'm not bothered about like wet. You know what I mean? You can get like wet in that like in
Yeah,
the
you
summer.
sweat.
Yeah, well, like wet in the summer and wet in the winter. That's all right. But like cold, I'm not into
Cold,
cold.
no, I'm
you know what I
not.
mean? I can be wet and warm,
Yeah.
but not wet and cold
Yeah,
because
cold.
then like
Cold.
you just sit like. You know what I mean? You sit there and you're like, I'll sit there in the van like just shivering because I'm just not into it. It's like,
I'm with you.
you know what I mean?
I'm with you. The cold. The
You'll
cold.
be waiting for me with the heating on.
The
in
cold
the
just
cockpit.
doesn't.
And I'll just be there like shaking you like, hurry up! I'll be like, look, I'm going to shoes off.
I don't go well with the cold.
Take the shoes off on me, God. Please.
Yeah,
I don't
think.
You know what I mean? Can't take your socks off, please. And you take your sealskin off and you go, ice, you know, frog.
Yeah, but honestly, this is what I can't wait for. I've bought loads of winter riding shoes over the summer and all that. Honestly, I can't wait to get one of them.
See, that's a good point, because I only have one pair of riding shoes that I can wear all around, and they are waterproof. So
Perfect. What are you worried about?
that's what I mean. All conditions. My feet get wet in summer anyway. Yeah. Cold riding, is it worth it? Let us know.
Yes, definitely. Just reminds you that you've got to work harder to keep warm. That's all.
I don't work hard anyway.
So
says the man with an e-bike.
Winter.
Don't do
turn that down.
Why would you do that? You get to the van slow.
Winter, no. I'm staying with Yay.
I'll still go around my bike, but like.
You lot are all saying
It's
no.
going to be bleak, man.
Get back on the bike.
What else we got? Okay, Simon Godziak.
The
Simon
guy,
Godziak.
the rest.
You mean Dave?
Well, Simon, his brother that's done the video, right?
No, it's
Is it
David.
Dave?
Is it David did the ride?
No, it's David.
Are you
David.
sure?
Yeah, I am 100%
David.
sure.
It's David.
So put it on.
Simon-
And double check.
David.
His brother David is in the video.
Yeah, David's
But
the one that's going. Simon's the one that's going. You've got this. You've trained in the back garden,
It's
in the
Dave.
backyard for ages.
All right.
David's the one that's
Dave's
doing the
on
black.
Godziak brothers,
Yeah.
both of which make
They're
an appearance
Rebel.
at Rebel Rampage this year.
Rebel train run, if you've not seen it.
The
Sponsored by Prado as well.
Yeah,
That's a mad one, that.
the most original edit I think I've seen
Just the skill one.
just for donkeys. Yeah. So like, there's basically what it is. They've got a long train. And on each of the carriages, they're shipping containers, aren't they?
Yeah,
So shipping containers. And then they put ramps and just
Balls.
features at the start and the end of each of these containers. And he sets off at one end and he goes through this whole jump line, loads of and he does just a flat drop backflip over a set of stairs on a moving train, amongst all kind of other stuff. Superman, there's triple whip as well.
Make one mistake, he's got to go back and do it again.
There's a 360 as well on like a moving train carriage, which is probably as wide
10
as
feet
this.
wide, aren't they? Something like that, shipping container. 10 feet, 40 by 10, aren't they? Something like that. And the idea is he matches the train speed in the other direction, and there's a shot which is like side on. There's a stop sign, for a junction where the train's going across. And he's just him on this bike, and it looks like a platform going on a game console where he's just coming past, and he's just like that, jumping over stuff. That's the that is fully sick.
But it is because like I say, he got right to the end of one run, didn't he? And then made the one mistake right there, so he had to do it again.
It was off the flat drop back.
Absolutely ridiculous, right?
Still though, even doing the flat drop and missing your foot, he like
Still
He
landed
did it.
landed it and slipped his foot.
It's just because of that.
He cased one of them on one run, didn't he? Then went again.
He landed it, but hit his back tire on the
Slightly cased it.
Yeah.
And then when he nails it, he just like that.
Unbelievable. Just ridiculous
Really,
riding.
it was unbelievable.
Big up to you.
Most original thing I've seen like mountain
Well, it's the
biking
first stage, isn't it?
for quite a while.
Nobody's ever done
No,
that. No one's ever done a flat drop backflip down a set of stairs on a
Absolutely
moving train.
crazy.
It's like with the what's his name, David Attenborough. It's like flat drop backflip down a staircase on a moving train. Yeah, it's like anymore. 10 meters up in it.
Oh, you haven't done that? Oh, just me then. Yeah.
Unbelievable.
So go YouTube and have a watch that.
Absolutely.
Search for it.
Rebel
Simon
Train.
or David Godziak.
Just type in Godziak Rebel.
Godziek.
Unreal.
I'm going to have a watch of that. It's very cool.
Yeah.
You get the feeling that Red Bull are ramping up their media on for Rampage coming up. It seems. Did you see Bienvez the Nines?
Oh, then I sent you that. Yeah, mate, and it's just like flow.
Mate,
Back to back.
honestly, if he doesn't win Rampage this year, mate, do you know what I mean? Like 7-Ups is getting a bit past it. Like there's a couple of 7-Up edits, but you're like, you just
Well,
do
did you
setup stuff.
see like anyone else's the Nines videos?
No, but
No,
I've only
right.
seen
I watched the video on like the setup of it. Do you know how much it cost them to build? $1 million for the entire thing. They spent $1 million on it, and like it's a brand new park. You can actually go ride it. It's a park you can go ride and everything. It's like, but it cost them $1 million. Some of the videos you're doing, and like the end there, yeah, it was ridiculous. But they've got like
so smooth as well. I was like,
but that's how all the field rode it, and they've had loads of people out there. Like we were saying earlier, where like Lovey, the jumps are made to just be jumped, not to be pedalled at.
This is going to be a dark fest as well.
Yes, Dark Fest is going to happen next year as well. That's summertime.
That's like a similar thing to the Nines.
That was when it was that same time as Tassie.
Yes. Yeah. It is actually. Yeah.
They were back to back. We watched them in Italy.
Okay, cool. Keep it moving along. That was going to be my thing. 8 PM customs. So it's like nights are drawing in. Must be time to start on car shows at the weekend.
8 PM customs. 6 October. Sunday 6
October. 8 PM
customs.
customs.
We paying that one. We've not been to one in
2-3 months.
I can't wait to go and stand in a cold warehouse in the winter.
I've been to a car show, but
It's been a long time.
Go and post some pictures of cars.
So yeah, we'll be doing that soon.
That's can't wait. So obviously with the changing of the seasons as well, lawn patrol. I think we can wind up.
I think we can put that one to bed because winter's going to take care of it.
It is, yeah. Lots of the again, just hilarious. The wind has managed to knock over the owl
Every time.
and so like you quite often come down in the morning down the blinds and there's just
nose down,
scranning on you all just like that.
And it's at the point now where you just kind of go.
Sorry,
just put the blind up and just go out and make a cup of tea or something.
I can't see it.
Yeah.
It's fine. So yeah, well, I think we'll put lawn patrol to bed for the year now, seeing as we're coming to the end of the summer. The replacement grass is growing really well. That's like part of the lawn now, same colour and everything. Isn't it weird how it started off a completely different colour and it's now become the same colour as the rest of the lawn. Other than the dead bit, yeah. But even that's growing back.
Yeah, it's going to come back quick as well.
Yeah. All right. Are we going to do? Have we got astrology? I tell you what, we'll do astrology. We'll do a little bit because we'll finish on astrology, right? Yeah. We'll do a little bit of Atlas Forge.
Atlas Forge, yeah. I spoke to them again the other day. Proposed that obviously we talked about doing a giveaway with them. So what we are going to do over the next couple of weeks, hopefully, is put together a giveaway.
Come up with a good idea.
We're gonna come up with a good idea to do the giveaway. But what we're gonna give away is an Atlas Forge pendant and some merch of ours, a hoodie, keyring, air freshener.
I'll tell you how cold it's been. I've had my Redline all the time. Bobble, I told to that.
There you go. I don't know where mine is.
Me neither. I reckon you've got mine.
I don't know where my beanie is. I don't know where
probably
it
the
is.
bike bag or something.
You didn't have a bobble, did you?
No, I didn't.
Did you not give it to someone?
No, I don't know.
I gave me bobble at the side.
You gave your bobble at the side, and we did get you another one.
Unless I gave him to take to Tim.
I was going to say, yeah, was it not? I know. I gave.
You gave you.
I gave my sweatshirt, didn't it? Because I didn't have the right size. No, I completely forgot to take them with me.
That's
right.
Yeah.
So I gave mine to Ruben.
Yeah.
And we sent. What did we send you? Bryce, there's some other bits about. We haven't spoken about Ruben and Tim for ages.
No,
I've not
seen
any.
Still riding. I've not seen a great deal.
I've not seen any posts. I hope you're all right, mate. And then you're not like on spill or anything.
I don't think so.
I think he's all right. He's still riding.
He's just like coming to the end of. Man, you're busy.
It's getting
coming to the end of race.
No, school started back up, and it's
school.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? It's like it's one of them.
All through the summer.
No more midweek rides anymore.
His progression over the summer, you know what I mean, was like absolutely off the charts. It's like stand-up manuals. Very cool, mate. Loving it. Give us a holler. Yeah, let us know. Always good to catch up.
Getting back to Atlas Forge, they've got something new coming out over the next couple of months. And I think the guys mentioned to me, I sent them some beanies, getting them for the beanie thing, and they're going to wear them in some of their promotion stuff.
Stay tuned again.
Did you notice Mauro from Lonard was posting a load of the racing?
The leads, yeah.
With the Lonard, just like that.
It looks cool, man.
Formula 1 style, full race suit on, gloves, lid, and like race suit just pulled up to the watch there, the gloves just under the watch like that. Can you see me
I've
like that?
actually took some screenshots of that to use. So
Pretty cool, man.
the watch looks superb.
Very, very cool.
Really
So we should get we should get riding gloves with a long arm on it. You know, like,
So
like
what we need is riding gloves that say Redline all the time across them, and then a long arm. We just need a long arm.
That would be quite cool.
Yeah.
There you go.
Like long fireproof gloves like that.
With it's printed on.
Yeah.
But yeah, Maro's going to be sending us the watch.
Boom.
Can't wait to see it.
So we've got some stuff planned.
Unboxing due soon.
Actually doing
And
unboxing.
doing
It's been a
some
while
more,
since we've done one.
yeah,
Ryan.
and do
Last
some
one we
more,
did bike ride.
more promotion.
Yeah, it was, yeah.
It's our only unboxing.
Yeah, we've unboxed I'll tell you about the price.
The burner?
Yeah. So it's
Yeah.
tough burner,
Yeah.
interested, let us know. Yeah, they're on the Skyrocket. I don't look the other day. I was like, oh my god. And I've been talking about flogging mine for like weeks, months, years. You know what I mean? Like that since
You got it.
Yeah. Since like no, honestly, like it was owning it and having it knocking about. It's just a cool
It
thing.
is a cool
You know what I mean?
thing,
It was also like as a bit of an investment, buy two, build one, keep the other one, and then if you can get out for no more than for about the same as what you got in at.
And then
As long as you're not
Yeah,
losing.
Never seen
yeah,
off
yeah.
your team.
I've had it for a couple of years, and I've we've had some laughs. Plenty of people have ridden it. We've seen burner face. Burner face became a thing. Do you know what I mean? Like, whenever got it, it was like, oh my god, burner face. So like yeah, and it's just sat there for a while now. Realistically, will I go and ride it? Because the one thing you realise is it's not built for like skate parks and ramp works and stuff like that. That's not the thing.
No.
And if you go and like ride it round like car shows and stuff like that, ultimately it's just going to get like battered up full of mud and like stone chipped and all that kind of stuff. So it's just sat in the garage now looking pretty.
Yeah.
But it's actually
I
hung in the garage.
was just going to say, you need to hang it in a man cave. That's what it is. That's where it needs to be.
It's a very cool piece of wall art.
It is.
You know what I mean?
It's for sure.
Very, very cool. I mean, I talked about hanging it in there.
Oh,
In
yeah.
the recess, so that it didn't sort of come too far into the room.
Yeah.
And you could like get the bars.
You could just get it like cross it up.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And there's like all that space there. You can turn the bars without it being like here.
I reckon that'll just make the roof feel too low though.
No.
Yeah, but imagine if you hang a if you hang a BMX from this roof, I'm going to be banging my head on it.
Yeah, but in there you're not. It's not going to be hanging sort of like.
But you don't walk
Just
under there.
Yeah, but on a slant like that. But
Yeah.
not like that.
Like it's doing the table.
Yeah, that's it. Exactly.
Yeah.
I think it looks pretty cool.
Whatever.
Spotlight shining up on it.
Yes. Smelly these on the
Smoke
inside.
machine, they look like a launch, wouldn't it?
Drops down.
Okay, cool. So that's it. We've covered everything.
Right,
So I thought it was going to be a short
Astrology.
We've done all we need to do now is close on astrology. We're going to rely on the
Fortune cookie online.
internet fortune cookie, friend of the show. Fuck.
Okay.
Come on.
So my star sign is a Virgo.
It's like alcoholics and my name's Jasper.
And my
What's it saying?
everything will work out for the best.
Oh, right, you
Yeah.
see, like,
Positive.
all last week's were like proper, come on team, do you know what I mean? There was nothing cryptic
Mine
about
was,
it.
no, what mine was like you make a name for yourself or something.
Something like that, yeah.
Still waiting for that.
Yeah.
I didn't say when though, did I? So, there you go.
Okay.
There you go. What star sign?
Aries,
Aries.
the ram with
This
the
is for
back.
you.
An exciting adventure awaits you.
Ooh.
What you got on holiday to?
Oh!
Ah, see, they know. No.
Star sign?
Pisces.
Yeah, this is for you.
Particularly personal one this. Now let's see what
There
we've
we
got
go.
here.
Yes.
Stop procrastinating. Make a decision already. Oh, it's like it goes. It's like it
Sell the
goes.
bike or don't sell the bike!
Sell the bike. Oh my God! Stop procrastinating.
Sell the bike, man.
Yeah, stop procrastinating. Easy for me to say. Stop procrastinating. Make a decision already. My God, it's like that's the thing.
It's
I'm
listening.
worst at. Do you know what I mean? I am Captain Procrastinator.
Yes, you are.
So if you're a Pisces, stop fucking about. Get on with it.
Whatever you stop not doing, do
Stop
it.
overthinking it.
Do it or don't. Choose it.
No, just do it. No, there is no doubt.
No,
Just do it.
just do it.
Oh no,
It's
procrastinating.
another Nike thing, like you inadvertently.
Just
when you
do
go,
it!
I am Tiger Woods. We did that one earlier on. Like, just do
Do
it.
it. Don't let your dreams be dreams.
And on that note,
Thank you.
are we done?
I think so.
Yeah, definitely.
Right. Thank you for watching. We'll be back with you next week, hopefully with a full house. Until then, until next time, keep it redline.
You horrible.